Hello there, my name is Sherri Simpson. I am going to do the Capricorn reading today. I was waiting to see which deck I was going to be called to use. I'm using the Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. This is the Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of August 2020. First card out, Capricorn, refusing to see. This can mean a couple of different things, but this is a mental card. And what I'm hearing is some of you are literally refusing to see what your intuition is bringing through. So you're refusing to see the solutions to some of the problems that you have or that you've been experiencing. What does Capricorn need to know? Trust. Doesn't that go hand in hand? So essentially you need to be trusting your intuition. You need to, so for many of you, I'm getting that you're clairvoyant. So you actually see images in your mind's eye, or you have very vivid dreams. You need to maybe put a pen and a piece of paper beside your bed so that you can write those down when you wake up. The guidance is saying to trust your intuition, to literally move forward knowing that you can create this new beginning using this intuitive wisdom. All right. What else does Capricorn need to know for August 2020? Success and growth. This is good. So with both of these cards, she and he are both actually looking into the past. So when you look into your past, what wisdom nuggets are there that you can use to be more successful and to grow in your future? There's a lot of self-love in this card. There's so much pink involved. So where can you see the past from a more loving perspective and follow the path that your heart wants, but use that guidance from your past to succeed and to grow in your future? Some of you are coming up to a decision close to the end of the first week in August. Helpless and hopeless. Essentially, when I see this card, I know that there are two major paths that you could take. What this card tells me is that it does not matter if you go right or if you go left. So for some of you, this is a job. Do I take the new job or do I stay where I am? For some of you, this is a relationship. Do I keep looking for the person I'm looking for, or do I accept this person kind of because they're here? So essentially, for some of you, this is also about a move to a new place. So like a physically moving house. Do we go here or do we go here? The wisdom in this card is that the sunshine is the ultimate goal, and so you're going to get success and growth and sunshine and love and whatever it is that you're looking for, regardless of which path you take. So I want to tell you to logically write down the pros and cons for each one, and then literally tap into your heart and imagine taking each path. If you are clairvoyant, like this is indicating, then you might be able to literally see yourself 3 years down the road having taken this path, and then do it again having taken that path. You can choose the path that feels the best, and that will really help you. The next card that came through was awaiting results. So some of you are looking into the past as though for some of you, it's a medical thing that has happened that you're waiting for some results. For some of you, you're not waiting for the results for you, you're waiting for the results for someone else. For some of you, it's about somebody getting into school or something like that. Essentially, what this tells me is that the results will be good. So just stay planted, stay grounded, and keep yourself busy, because the results will come and the results will be good. What else does Capricorn need to know? Moving on. So I did believe that some of you were literally moving. This can be some of you moving on from relationships, but many of you will actually be moving on from past emotional gunk, like patterns and things like that. So in relationships, if you're the one who always takes control and says, this is what we're going to do, then you're going to relinquish that kind of pattern. Essentially, this is moving on from things that no longer serve you so that your heart can be lighter and freer and you can call in more of what you want. I hope that's making sense, Capricorn. What else does Capricorn need to know for the month of August 2020, please? Challenging times. This is a spiritual card. Usually when I see this, it tells me that even though challenging times are present, you always have support and you always have love. And if you're in that place of loving yourself, it's going to be way easier to get through whatever challenges you're experiencing. It's a 5 card, and whenever I see a 5, I know that things are changing. So if you've been going through a challenging time, it's time to shift it. If you have a challenging experience here in the month of August, then know it's not going to last very long, and it's there to help you grow. It's meant for your success. It's meant for your growth. What else does Capricorn? That one wanted to come out. Control. Interesting. You've had 2 cards now that are reflecting your third eye. I want you to go inside your mind, go inside your wisdom. Where do you feel like you're being controlled, and where do you need to take more control? So for some of you, I'm hearing that you want to take more control of your health, and you want to take more control. For some of you, it's about money, and for some of you, it's about just hanging out more with friends and what you're doing in order to have more enjoyment in your life. Know that you can take control. Know that you have the confidence and the personal power to do it. You've gotten a lot of 8s in this card reading. This is the 4th 8 that you've had so far. 8s are often about abundance. They can be about personal power and confidence. They can be about what goes around comes around. So a lot of times we are using the things that we've learned in our past now, even if we think that they were never really useful back then. But certainly there's a money underlying thing here that you want more success and growth with finances. But there's also this sense of loving yourself, honoring yourself, and really being confident. So don't let other people walk all over you, but make sure that you're doing this in a really loving, kind, compassionate way. Okay. I also want to say that more of you have more control over things than I think you have. I hope that makes sense. What else does Capricorn need to know for August 2020? Master. You are being guided to master your heart, to really choose how you're going to give and allowing yourself to receive. Your heart is what emits out your energy to the world. So if your heart is in a place where you think or you expect to get things that are like blah, then you're going to be getting those things in because that's what you expect. So you really want your heart to be filled with joy and gratitude and celebration and appreciation and love and abundance and flow and all of these good things. So some of you definitely have some emotional patterns to release and let go of so that you don't keep repeating situations and circumstances and relationships that you've had in your past. So allow yourself to grow this month. What else does Capricorn need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Heart chakra, there we go. All right, let's do a little clearing through your heart chakra. Let's cut cords first. So I want you to call upon Archangel Michael. Literally, you have to say, Archangel Michael, please come to me now. You can say it out loud or in your head. They're still going to hear you. With Archangel Michael here, you're going to ask, Archangel Michael, please cut any cords on the fronts and backs of my body and my chakras. Those are energy systems in the body, in case you don't know. Lovingly reconnect these cords back to source so that everyone will get their energy from their source. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then you want to call upon Archangel Raphael to get that heart chakra flowing and the energy moving. Archangel Raphael, please come to me now. I want you to imagine that you can literally do it if you want, put your arms out like this. Archangel Raphael, please flow loving energy through my heart chakra, out my right and into my left. Circulate this heart loving, kind, compassionate energy through my body so that I understand that I may give and receive in balance. Please also heal my past when it comes to my heart so that I'm no longer carrying forward any resentments, anger, sadness, defeat, etc. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, that's good, that's good. Woo! Open up. So we're getting a couple fours in a row here. Fours are all about stability and balance. This is a red card in John Holland's deck, which means it's about a physical change. So how can you physically open yourself up to receiving more? How can you physically allow yourself to be more successful and to experience more growth, more love? So this is asking you to be aware of where you may be closing yourself off, again, from receiving the things you want. Next, for the third week in August here, we have the detach card. If you've been seeing 11s, this is definitely a sign. When you see an 11, your guide team is trying to tell you, or the angels, both, that you're doing a good job and they want you to continue working in both worlds. So allow yourself to be connected to God, source, universe, divine, archangels, spirit guides, whatever your thing is. Allow yourself to be connected to that and your intuition, as well as your human aspect. So you're going to allow yourself to move forward as this dual being. With the detached card, the interesting thing here is that she is sending a dove into the future. If you know anything about manifesting, like attracts like. So what you give out to the universe will come back to you. So when you're in this place of love and you treat people with love and you treat yourself with love and respect, those things come back to you and other people treat you that way. It's like a boomerang that you send out that comes back. So she is asking you to detach from something. So if you have some kind of expectation that you can't get what you want, or all the good ones are already married, or you're never going to get down to your ideal weight, this is what is, right? So if you have these horrible expectations that are really false isms, they are not true, they are just what you believe to be true because it's all you've experienced so far, or what you've experienced the most of. It doesn't make them true, it just makes it true for you right now, which doesn't make it true at all. So it's asking you, your guides are asking you to detach from any of these expectations. When you send a dove into the future, what this means is that you're allowing yourself to send this goal that you're going to reach into the universe. You're going to expect that to come back. And when it does come back, you need to be a match to what that is. So if you are sending this expectation to find your life partner, then you need to become the person who is a life partner by the time that you meet the dove in the future. I hope that makes sense. Essentially, you want to trust that what you want is coming and that you will have it and that you will be guided by your intuition in order to get that thing and become the person who has it. Interesting that the win or lose card comes up after that. So here I am telling you to release your expectations and any judgments and to put your goal out into the universe and trust that it comes back. And essentially what's here is the win or lose card. This is a mental card in John Holland's deck. This means that you may have black or white thinking around something. So again, let's go back to the relationship thing. If you've had relationships in your past, but they didn't go further than X amount of time, or you never moved in together or something, there was always some kind of a block, then you may believe that that's all there is. You either have a relationship like that or you don't have one at all. You want to kind of cut that mentality up because it's not going to serve you in the future. So you want to change. This is another 5 card. I had one more of those earlier. You want to change how you are seeing things, because from your current perspective, you would already have what you want if your energy was a match. So right now, if you want something that you don't have, you have to become the person who has it. So that means you have to change your mental patterns. Why? Because your mental patterns actually trigger your emotions, and your emotions is what triggers that boomerang to come back to you. I hope that all makes sense. What else does Capricorn need to know? Love. See, we're talking about love a lot. We're talking about your heart a lot and relationships a lot. So this tells me this is absolutely possible for you. If you're already in a relationship, you can take it up a notch and you can spend more time together and experience more love and a deeper bond. If you're not in a relationship and you're calling someone in, again, absolutely possible. You just need to be in this place where you're mastering and healing your heart, healing any of those past experiences or circumstances or situations and expectations, because they're probably not serving you, or else you'd have the relationship now that you want. So know that this is possible. Know that it's coming. Know that it's more than possible. It's probable. You just need to do the work in order to make it so. What else does Capricorn need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Blossom. This is such a beautiful card. Essentially, this tells me that you need to be confident that you can build, receive, create whatever it is that you want. So if you're sending this dove into the future because you want a relationship, or because you want a different body, or because you want more money, or for some of you, there's a lot of money in this card reading as well. Essentially, you need to be very confident that it's possible for you to do it. You need to believe that it's already present. If you understand the law of attraction, when you ask for something, it is given. On the spot, it is given. What that means is you need to become the person who has what you asked for. You don't have it right now because there's some things that need to change and tweak for you to be able to call that in. But it's possible, and essentially it can grow bigger, and it can be more satisfying and more fulfilling. Right, what we got next here? Daydreams and decisions. This is an 11 card, even though it's only a 7. These pillars here tell me that it represents more than just your heart. It again is telling me there's a spiritual aspect and a human aspect, and you need to join these things. You also need to decide what it is that you want. So if you haven't decided what 3 goals you're going to work on for the rest of the year, then do that after you watch this video, and allow yourself to dream about that outcome. If you are in fact a clairvoyant and you actually see things, then allow yourself to create a movie that you can play over in your head where you're actually getting what you want. So if it's a relationship, maybe you want it to end in marriage and a really fun honeymoon. You literally want to see yourself, maybe not the face of the person, but you want to know that you're getting married, that you're going on vacation, or that you're on a honeymoon, that your friends and family are there if that's how you want it. So you literally want to play this movie role in your head, and you need to feel the emotions. So if it feels like fear, it's not a good movie to play. If it feels like joy and love and freedom, then of course it's a great movie to play. There was another card that came through for you at the same time here. It's another 4. So how many of those do we get? This is the 3rd 4 that you've gotten. You got quite a few 8s. 4 8s. And you got a couple of 5s. So there's some number patterns. I want you to pay attention to numbers this month. But anyway, this is about joy and stability. So if this is your outcome card, definitely this is going to end up feeling like a very successful month. You're going to decide exactly what it is you want. You're going to know what it feels like. And then you're going to be inspired to take actions that are in alignment with what you want. And that's how it's going to come to you more quickly. Thank you very much for your time and energy, Capricorn. I will do the extended reading after this. So if you would love to purchase that, they're usually anywhere from 12 to about 16 minutes. I usually pull in a card that represents each week as a clarifier. Then I will pull a health, a love, and a money card. And then I will pull a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual card, plus an archangel card, just to give you a very nice overview of the month. So namaste. Have a fabulous August.